Well, it's not a shock, of course, when you realise that half the value of your brand new electric car is a chemical reaction in a box, the battery, which starts to degrade before it's even left the factory and well before it's been installed in the car. Unlike regular combustion cars that can be maintained, the battery in an EV is an essentially disposable component, which is highly susceptible to charging habits of previous owners. If you fast charge too frequently, if you charge above 80% full, if you let it fall below 20% charge, if you charge when it's too hot or you charge when it's too cold. All of these things have an effect on the chemical reactions in the battery, degrading its performance, and without the specific diagnostic equipment for that particular manufacturer, there's very little chance that you're finding out its true condition. So guess what? People don't want to buy used EVs, and it's hardly surprising that the values of electric vehicles plummet like a stone. And in a new list of fastest depreciating cars in the UK, no fewer than 8 out of 10 of them are battery electric. What a surprise. Welcome back to MGUY, British engineer and lawyer, now Sydney-based YouTuber. Please make sure you've clicked that subscribe button down below and enabled all notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you'd like to support this channel, why not buy me a coffee? Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen. Look, of course, there are other factors at work in the used EV market, including the rapid pace of technology and newer, cheaper models flooding the market from China. Why would you bother buying a pre-owned one when a new one is probably cheaper? This is why Teslas tend to maintain their value better than the cars on this list. Generally better quality, and you have the benefit of the supercharger network. But there's something that feels intrinsically disposable about a battery, which makes EVs feel intrinsically worth less when they're older. You wouldn't buy a 5-year-old iPhone for the same exact reason. The battery will need replacing, except doing so might cost you a few $100 rather than tens of thousands of dollars for an EV. The UK Express has the story. Popular car plummets in value with model dropping over 20k in depreciation. Motorists with the keys to this popular road car could lose more than £20,000 on their investment. A popular electric car owned by thousands of motorists in the UK is one of the worst vehicles for depreciation on the market, according to new analysis. Nissan Leaf models plummet in value just years after leaving forecourts, with owners at risk of losing more than £20,000. According to research from Car Buyer, the Nissan Leaf tops their list of fastest depreciating cars on sale today. The Leaf was launched back in 2013 and is one of the more affordable options around, making it an ideal choice for those dabbling in electric vehicles for the first time. However, Car Buyer claims the EV retains just 26.7% of its market value 3 years after it is first registered. They claim that the average price of a new Nissan Leaf is around £29,290, making it still a considerable investment. However, the model is likely to be worth just £7,900 at second-hand car dealers and online marketplaces just 36 months later. Ouch! It's lost just over 70% of its value in just 3 years. According to How Rare Is My Car, there are estimated to be 41,702 Nissan Leaf models with a valid MOT test on UK roads. It means that thousands of owners could be left heartbroken when they realise they are likely to lose out on their initial investment. Car Buyer explained. The second-generation car arrived in 2017 and was a huge improvement in every area, offering a bigger battery, a better interior and more performance. But that was 8 years ago, and the Leaf feels thoroughly outdated in today's world of 300 and 400 mile EVs. It's no longer available to order from the factory, but there are still a few new examples hanging around on dealership forecourts. Most have been heavily discounted, but even so, they still look quite pricey compared to today's affordable EVs, costing around £30,000. That's a lot for an 8-year-old EV, which explains the plummet in value after just 3 years. Well, given your car is a significant investment, you'd be mad to buy one of these EVs if you wanted to preserve some of that initial outlay when you came to sell. And if we take a look at the other cars on the top 10 list, we can see that apart from 2 luxury barges, the Audi A8 and the BMW 8 Series, which always depreciate like bricks anyway, the remaining 8 on the list are all battery electric. The 10 fastest depreciating cars on sale today. Depreciation is often the biggest expense of car ownership, and these cars are the worst culprits. Depreciation is often the most expensive part of running a car, and you might not even know it. Unlike filling up with fuel or buying a new set of tyres, there's no bill for depreciation. It's simply the value your car loses as it gets older, and for some cars that can equate to tens of thousands of pounds. That can come as a bit of a shock when it comes time to sell your car. What was once the latest and greatest machine on 4 wheels can quickly become outdated in the fast-moving car market. So many cars are only worth a fraction of their new price after just a few years. In fact, many new cars suffer the majority of their depreciation within just 3 years of ownership. That's why it's important to pick a model that holds its value well if you're shopping new. And the list reads: Nissan Leaf, battery electric, retains just 27% of its value after 3 years. Vauxhall Mokka, battery electric, retains just 28%. DS3 E-Tense, battery electric, retains just 28% also. Audi A8, combustion, retains 30%. GWM Aura 03, battery electric, retains 30% also. Vauxhall Corsa, battery electric, retains 30% also. Fiat 500, battery electric, retains 31%. BMW 8 Series, combustion, retains 32%. Mazda MX-30, battery electric, retains 33%. MG5 Estate, battery electric, retains 33% also. So 8 out of 10 of the fastest depreciating cars in the UK are now EVs. And it's a double whammy because not only do battery electric vehicles depreciate like a plummeting hippopotamus, but combustion car residuals are probably firming up at the same time because, guess what? People can see that with petrol and diesel cars due to be banned in the UK, owners are holding on to these cars longer and demanding higher prices if they do sell. Which means depreciation slows down on these cars, which is something I predicted would happen as the net zero screws tighten. It's kind of the start of the Havana effect, where older cars are kept on the road because they're a better alternative than the electric rubbish you have to buy new. You all know my motto: buy a good used car, maintain it well, keep it as long as you can. Not only will you be doing more to help the environment than buying one of these EVs, but if and when you do come to sell it, you'll get a decent chunk of cash back. Something that will never be said about an EV. Thanks very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any tips or stories, go there. If you'd like to watch another video, go there. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, go there. And please subscribe to the channel.